Hello class, this is Physics with Mr. Granger. This is video 102, how to do the math in physics. 5 steps, part 1. I do want to go over the vocabulary that I'll be using in this video. Position, the location of an object. Displacement, okay, and displacement is a change in, no. I want to go like this, The change in position. I think I like it like this better. We do have some variables that we use for these words when we use them in math. The variable for position is x. And the variable for displacement is going to be delta x. If we haven't gone over it yet in class, this delta means change and x means position. So these two symbols together mean change in position. We are going to go over the 5 steps that you need to solve all physics problems in this class. And the first step is actually, well, there is a step 0. There's a step 0 because I was kind of surprised I had to do this one. But step 0 is to read the problem and circle the numbers in it. All right. So let's go ahead and do that here. Here is the problem. All right, and the problem says a group of Mr. Granger's old students have become millionaires. Oh, that's good. I like that. And are about to launch their new boat. Okay, cool. They have boat money. They must have paid attention. It is 139 meters above the ocean floor. For some reason, they load it with really heavy marbles until it starts to sink. How far has it been displaced when it is 87 meters above the ocean floor? Interesting. Okay, so I see, I'm actually going to highlight the numbers. I see 2 numbers here. So let's go ahead. We'll highlight 139 meters. That's where the boat starts. And then we also have 87 meters. That is where the boat ends. Step 1 is to draw a picture of what's happening in the problem. This lets us sort of make sure we understand what the question is asking us for. So let's see. So you have a group of students, they have a boat. The boat is on top of the water, and then it goes down below the water. Oh, wait, I kind of need a boat color. That's a boat color. Here is my boat. Should we give it a little sail? Here's its little sail, and now we know that it's a boat. Should we put the people on it? No, because I want to draw them sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Yep, we're doing physics for real. Let's see, I need some water. All right, and then the boat is on top of the water here, and then the boat sinks down. Maybe we should make the boats a little bit smaller because it doesn't go all the way down to the bottom, right? Let's just draw an arrow so we kind of know what's happening. All right, the boat is going from this position on top of the water to, oh, I don't like that that's the same color as the sail. I can do a black arrow. Okay. We're going from this starting position up here, something is changing, and now the boat is down here at this other position. Step 2, what do you know? In this step, you identify what the numbers in the problem represent so that you can use them to get a numerical answer or a number answer. So we know 2 things. We know the boat starts at 139 meters above the ocean floor, and then it moves to 87 meters above the ocean floor. Our measurements are from the ocean floor, so let's go ahead, and I'm just going to add a little bit of a floor here to this ocean. Okay. Oop, that's not going to work. Okay, that's the ocean floor. I'm going to put a little number line here. We know that here we have 0 meters. That's on the ocean floor. We know that we start here, and this is 139 meters. I just put that little M there for meters. Sinks to 87 meters here. So I'll also add that to our number line. The boat starts at 139 meters above the ocean floor. We call this the initial position. If you think about your initials, the initials are going to be the first letter of your name, or your names. So initial just means at the start. You can use a math symbol for this. If you saw a coordinate plane, you would see that this would be labeled the x direction. This would be labeled the y direction. We are not moving in the x direction. We are moving in the y direction. So, position, we can use x if we are in a horizontal position, a backy forward position, or use y if we're talking about a vertical or an up-down position. The same thing is true for displacement. Delta x would be a change in position that is in this direction, but we can also use delta y for a vertical displacement, this direction. In addition to position, we have initial position, the starting position, final position, the ending position. We do have variables for these words as well. Initial position we are going to represent with an x sub 0 or an x naught, or a y sub 0 or a y naught. And you can think of the 0 as denoting the start of the problem. And for final position, we're going to use x sub f or y sub f, and the f just stands for final, meaning at the end. Since all of our measurements are from the ocean floor or relative to the ocean floor, that makes the ocean floor our reference point. And I'm going to add this to our vocab page as well. So we have a reference point where you measure from. Wherever you start measuring, wherever 0 is. I'm going to add here that position. Right, because when I told you the positions of the object, when I told you the initial position and the final position, I said it was this number of meters away from the ocean floor. So a more precise definition for position is how many meters the object is from the reference point. And then let's also fix these, because now these are in the wrong spot. I am not going to be using these x variables, because x variables are displacements in this direction. I am going to be using these y variables, because those are displacements in this direction. And since we're talking about a sinking boat, we are talking about a vertical displacement. Back here. For the initial position, we will use the variable y naught, and we will give it the value of 139 meters. And for the final position, we are going to use the variable y sub f or yf, and we'll give it the value of 87 meters. Now, normally, I color code my positions the same, but for this one, I think it helps if I distinguish between initial position and final position with color coding. So we'll give final position this color, that brings us to the end of step 2, and I think I'm going to end this video here so it doesn't get too long.